So we've had a break in the weather. It's been raining for quite a few days, but we've had a nice break in the weather now, so I thought this is the perfect opportunity now to get down the plot and to plant my overwintering onion sets and my garlic. So I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you exactly where they're going to go. So I've already prepared these beds. These are being mulched over with some fresh compost and some bloodfish and bone in there ready. I've got the hoops all out ready with the micro mesh on them to stop the allium leaf miner. So these are all ready to go. This one's going to be for the garlic, the Casablanca garlic that I grew last year. They're from my saved bulbs. So I'm going to be planting those, and also I'm going to be planting some different garlic here this year. This is going to be the Russian giant garlic from Gemma. Gemma sent me this from Gem in the Garden, and so thank you for Gemma for that. She sent me those to try. They look nice ones, like big cloves, so that should be good. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of space because Danny from the Grapevine Garden is going to send me some elephant garlic as well. So that is going to be the garlic section. And then over here we're going to get 2 beds of the overwintering onions. They did absolutely fantastically last year, so I'm going to do the same again. They're Japanese overwintering onions. They're going to be the radar variety. I'm going to do 2 beds here and here. So they've all been prepared, as I say. So let's get them in, shall we?
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
So that is the garlic gone in now. I've left a gap here. I've just put that marker there. That's for the elephant garlic. So this is going to be the Russian giant from Gemma and the Casablanca. I just need to label those up and get them watered in. Okay, garlic is done. Let's get on with the onions now.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where...
So I've put these onions in. Obviously, pointy end up, as always, but I've just positioned them for now so I can get the space in. I've done about 15 centimetres because I want them to be quite large onions. And not like the garlic. The garlic's different. The garlic you do actually put under about a bulb and a half, well, a clove and a half's depth. These ones, you just leave the little, you just push it into the surface and you just leave that little tail sticking out the top. You don't completely bury them. And yeah, they should be all good. I had a fantastic crop last year, so I'm hoping for the same for this one. And what I do as well, obviously I get the netting on. This is chiefly for allium leaf miner because it's a big problem around here for all of our alliums, so that's why the netting goes on. But also for these onions, when you're planting onion sets, the birds do tend to have a habit of coming along and pulling the onion sets out, which is very, very annoying. So yeah, that's another reason, good reason for the netting. But if you don't want to do that, you could just cover it with a piece of mesh or something like that, you know. So there we go, all covered back up again, the onions. Again, just Need to water these in, get them labelled up. They're all protected from the allium leaf miner and the birds pulling them out. I want to show you something else though. Now, Gemma very kindly sent me some seeds, and some of which are with the broad beans. Now, I didn't think I'd ever grow broad beans again. She sent me the crimson flowered variety, which is really interesting. She said they're really pretty. Now, I think I'm going to use them as a cover crop, but because I have trouble with mice here, I've just decided to put them into modules and put them in the polytunnel, just so give them a start rather than direct sow, which you can direct sow broad beans and they're perfectly hardy over winter. So that is the plan, to give them a bit of a cover crop. Maybe when the dwarf French beans come out there, or I've got some gaps somewhere else, it's just some sort of cover crop, and I can also use it to chop and drop it and use it as a mulch and put some more compost over. So it's all got benefits for the soil. I can also collect some more seeds. So in the polytunnel we go. Looking very nice and tidy in here. I've started overwintering some of my pelargoniums, potting them up from the outside. This is some violas I started actually from seed. They are coming up a little bit. There we go. And then this is an attempt to save these from the mice. So yeah, there are my broad bean, crimson flower. So let's hope they germinate. So Gemma sent me 10 of those beans. So that'll be quite nice if they come up. Now, do you remember sown the green manure? Take a look at it. So this has come up a treat. Really happy with this. Is the Phacelia, and I popped some in there, some in there, and these are my new raised beds. And I've even put some in this spare bed here that I'm not going to be using over winter, so I can chop and drop it all. So I'm glad those onions and garlic are in now, so that's another job ticked off the list. And I think another job that I'm going to be doing very shortly is I'm going to be planting some more spring bulbs that a plot neighbour very kindly gave me, some spare ones, so they'll be going in shortly to give the plot some colour in spring. That's it for now. My name is Will, you've been watching The Fly Gardener.